Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. A great day today. We have plumbers running around here. You can probably hear them in the background. We're getting a utility sink in Rob's studio. So no more paint down the kitchen sink, which is yay! So happy about that. So playing in my Faces of Frida book, closing in on the end of the interior. I haven't approached the exterior yet. This video is going to be a two-part video. One part is with her face, which I was able to do a sugar skull on her, which I really wanted to do, with some toilet paper pockets in the page. And the other page is not done yet, and the tags are not done yet. So we will tackle those. We will play with those in the next video. So thanks for joining me here today. Thank you to the Patreon supporters. Any way that you're supporting the village is much, much, much appreciated. If you're ordering through Amazon using the links that are provided below the video, much appreciation for that as well. So, see you on the table. So here's our project for today. We're just going to work on one side of the two-page spread. We'll do this on the next video. This actually has pockets in here with the toilet paper rolls. So we'll work on the tags and on this side next. I was bound and determined to get some kind of a sugar skull on her face. This is inspired by one of the pieces that she did for herself, one of her self-portraits. So that will be brought in later, I'm sure. But I did sew it together, and I did put a fun little tulle veil on her. Very, very fun. So I want to do a shout out thank you to Sandy. Look at these gorgeous pieces of felted fabric that she dropped off yesterday. They are gorgeous. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but oh man, they are beautiful. And then I got this fun package in the mail yesterday. This is from Barbara. Look at that. I'll hide. Ta-da! There's my address. That's okay. You guys can send stuff to me. So I got this fun package in the mail yesterday. It's all full of goodies. Look at in there. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to use those things very quickly. Very, very fun. So thank you to Barbara and to Sandy. All right, so let's have some more fun with Faces of Frida, our hashtag August challenge. See you on the table. Good afternoon. Finally getting some table time today. Oh, these pages are so beautiful. So I do have an idea for today. I have a sturdy page on this side, and I'm going to create a sturdy page on this side, and this is really the last two-page spread that I'm going to create, and this is going to be glued to this side of the... I'm going to put pockets in here with our toilet paper rolls. Ta-da! So what I'll do first is glue these together and make sure that I have a sturdy page on here. This is going to be a sturdy page, and this is going to be the front of the book where I've glued everything together. This book has been so much fun. I just have a couple pages left to do, and then we get to do the cover. I have really enjoyed Frida's images, though. Oh my goodness. I am going to be working on the book upside down because this it's just easier to play on the flat side. So here are my toilet paper rolls. I did cut them down so that they fit into the page a little bit better. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on that. Place that where I want that. And take the other toilet paper roll, put some Mod Podge on that. This edge right here is kind of ruffledy. This is the edge I cut, so I'm going to put the cut edge out toward the edge of the book, just to make that a little bit cleaner. Put Mod Podge on this sturdy page. Lay that down, and I'm going to clamp it. Okay, so I have it clamped. I'm going to go ahead and still put the rice bag on here so that there's some weight to hold that down. Now the last page that I did with the silhouette, I did not make a poem for that, so I'm going to take a page out of the book and I am going to cut out some words and create a poem for that last page. Alright, so I went through the page and I cut things out. Some things will make it and some things will not. So while I'm waiting for everything to dry, I'm going to take my tags, which I believe are like 2 inches by 4.5 inches, and I'm going to gesso them and let them dry. So you know I'm bound and determined to make a sugar skull on one of these pieces. So I just have a bunch of tulle. I just cut it haphazardly. I'm going to glue everything down on her before I put her on cardboard. So I'm just grabbing some Mod Podge. Had some hubbies in his studio building something something. Who knows what that guy. I'm going to bring in a piece of cardboard and just glue this part onto the cardboard, just her figure. I don't need to do the tulle. My intention is to let that dry and take it to my machine and sew it. Alright, we're going to let her dry. Alright, I took the clamps off. I'm just running a ruler down in those pockets to make sure that they're open enough for the tags in the future. They look good. Alright, still going to work on it upside down because there's so much girth on this side. I'm going to cover these 2 pages with underpants. I'll tell you a funny story while we're putting our underpants on here. I heard from a gal, I think that she's in the Delaware workshop. She's very new to us. She saw my book on display and she has signed up for the class, and so I have sent her the supply list for the class, and she contacted me and said that she thought that there was a typo in the supplies because I had asked her to bring underpants. I thought that was adorable. So clearly she is not familiar with our work. So I had sent some, on the supply list there's a list of the videos that we're going to be playing with at the workshop. So I encouraged her to watch a video or 2 and see if the whole underpants thing didn't come clear to her. I don't know. I just thought that was precious. So hopefully she gets a giggle out of that too. Pretty darn fun. Alright, underpants are just about on. I have the Petrol acrylic spray. I'm going to spray some on that page. Maybe I'll spray some on this page too. Fair amount. Bring my gesso in and just move that around. And I have to go fix dinner, so we will let that dry. I'm going to bring in my drywall sandpaper, and I'm just going to rough this up somewhat. Or I've sanded it, dusted it off. I'm bringing some water in. Just going to play with that a little bit here. And I'll let that dry before I do the same thing on the other page. This is where these spray acrylics are so much like the watercolor paints. They're so fun. Alright, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. If you can stay away from the gutter with your water, that's what's best. We're hard enough on our books as it is. And we're going to let that dry. Now I'm going to bring my sandpaper back in and grunge that up a little bit. Now I'm going to bring some raspberry in, just put it on my workspace, drag my credit card through there, or my gift card. Oh, here's some sirens. And make some markings. Do that on both pages. Now, I would really like some yellow splatters on there, but the yellow paint is not opaque enough. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a brush, gesso, and the yellow paint. Mix just a little bit of gesso in here. Then I'm going to splatter some on my book pages. Oh yes, thank you. Absolutely perfect. I'm getting the hang of this paint, believe it or not. It's only taken an entire book. All right, we are going to let that gorgeous page dry. So I took her to my sewing machine and I sewed her veil, we'll call it a veil. I sewed her veil on her mask. I'm going to glue this on here, hold that down with the rice bag, and let her dry. So I was going to put the rice bag on there. I can't, it's too full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this front cover and I'm just going to bring it up to that and I'm going to clamp it. And that will hold it in place. Alright, so she's dried pretty much and pressed down pretty much. And what I'm going to do is take my Stabilo around the edges here and around the page here and up in here. And yes, here it goes, the spit and smudge. Watch, don't watch. Alright, we're going to stop there. On the next video we will play with the tags and then we will do something fun over here. So this is your project for today. Go create, go play, go have fun.